Parliament Hill springs back to life today after a record-breaking 2025 hiatus, marking the end of an unprecedentedly lengthy break. So let's dig in. With the House of Commons recording a measly and astounding 73 sitting days as of August 21st, this 2025 parliamentary session marks the fewest sitting days at any point since 1937. The Liberal government's productivity, or lack thereof, under Prime Minister Mark Carney is laid bare in a striking chart from the Globe and Mail, which tracks the House of Commons sitting days by year, showing a dramatic dip for 2025 that stands in stark contrast to decades prior. Charting the trend shows that historically the House has averaged well over 100 sitting days annually, with peaks exceeding 200 in the mid-20th century. This year's tally, however, paints a picture of a legislature on an extended vacation, only furthering questions about government accountability and output. What have the Liberals accomplished in 2025, asks ex-user Marty Bélanger, echoing a sentiment rippling through social media as Canadians brace for the session's return. Will it merely repeat that familiar pattern of hollow promises, extended absences, and scant accountability that has defined the Liberal tenure? Or will this session finally deliver the substantive change that voters have been demanding, such as restoring integrity to Canada's judicial system, rolling back unprecedented migration levels, and maybe revitalizing the economy without the costly green pipe dreams? One commenter noted that a part-time worker logging just 2 8-hour days a week would clock 104 days annually, earning a modest $12,480 at roughly $15 per hour. Meanwhile, members of Parliament are paid over 20 times that amount, but have managed a fraction of the workload. It's a textbook fleecing of Canadian tax dollars, with calls for salary reductions or perhaps a sitting kickoff with a non-confidence vote, 4 of which were unsuccessfully attempted in the final quarter of 2024. Carney's administration has struggled to notch any meaningful legislative achievements in its early tenure, despite virtuous attempts like the newly announced Build Canada Homes initiative, which promises a staggering $13 billion to build 4,000 factory-built homes on federal land, with additional capacity to apparently generate up to 45,000 units. This initiative will be overseen by a brand new federal agency, which comes on the heels of Carney committing to slashing government spending by 15%. So we basically just traded one thing for another, further exposing how this hollow rhetoric and smoke and mirrors tactics have come to define the Liberals' fiscal strategy. With the extended summer break intensifying public frustration as our newly minted millionaire prime minister indulged in apparently much-needed vacations, because I guess the already vacation-laden parliament schedule needed a respite, this all further exposes the Liberals' glaring disconnect from the daily struggles of everyday Canadians who can scarcely afford such same luxuries. As the House reconvenes, all eyes will be on whether this session can reverse the narrative of a parliament adrift, because with public trust increasingly waning, the pressure is on. For Rebel News, I'm Tamara Ugolini. If you agree that Canada needs a Doge North to fix our government, just like what Elon Musk did in the United States to revolutionize spending, then head on over to dogenorth.com, because the Liberals won't allow it. But once they're out, Elon adjacent efficiency should be a priority. Sign our petition at dogenorth.com and let's show the government that Canadians are ready for a change. Once again, that's dogenorth.com.